excuse me. Found out later their aircraft carriers were the strength of the Navy. We weren't in a normal place. We found out later that 2 Japanese were scheduled to hit the USS Arizona, the flagship, knock out the flagship, and you got a good chance of winning the war. But we weren't in our normal place. So the first attack, they did not hit us. Evidently, the word got to the aircraft carrier, Japanese aircraft carriers, that there's a big ship in dry dock with 2 other destroyers. So the second attack, they hit us with a 500-pound bomb. Came past me about 45 feet, missed me, went way back below me, exploded. It went through two decks when it exploded. If it exploded on contact, I wouldn't be sitting there talking to you people there. Kind of scary to see a big hole alongside of you there. A lot of the other ships were sunk. Now they're scheduled to be 3 attacks. The third attack was going to be the aircraft carriers and the repair facilities and the fuel facilities. Third attack, but the aircraft carriers were not in port. Admiral Halsey had been taking planes to Midway Island and Wake Island, so there's no aircraft carriers in port. So Admiral Nagumo of the Japanese fleet decided he did not know where the aircraft carriers, our aircraft carriers were. They decided to better leave while they can. So there was no third attack. Now, if they had a third attack, hitting the repair facilities, the oil facilities, and aircraft carriers, well, of course, there's no aircraft carriers, so they couldn't hit them, but if they would hit the oil facilities and repair facilities, I don't believe we would have won the war, because the closest oil, closest repair facilities, 2,000 miles away, I think it would have been a disaster. But due to the fact that Admiral Halsey and the aircraft carrier group were delayed by bad weather, coming back from Midway and Wake Island, no aircraft carriers in ports, so no third attack. The next day, Franklin Delano Roosevelt informed the world and informed Congress and all, we were attacked by the Japanese Empire. The country was united. It's not like it is nowadays. Everybody was for the war effort. Kids are going around picking up metal, picking up tin, aluminum, lead, anything you can find for the war effort there. We had blocks long, people enlisting in the service because we were attacked. The country was united there. Up to that time, the women were home taking care of the kids. The men were bringing in the income. But now the men were gone. That left the women. The women stepped in, they started building bridges, they started building planes, they started building tanks, guns and all, ships. They did it. You've seen signed Rosie the Riveter. They can do it. They did it. I had 2 sisters working for, one worked in Naval Supply in Oakland, one worked at Treasure Island there. They did their part. The country was united there. My ship was an old ship built in 1916. We'd do about 15 knots downhill with the tailwind. We didn't have the speed there, so use it for fire support for the various invasions there. We couldn't keep up with the aircraft carriers. Use this invasion. Now, in 1942, something happened. April 1942, the morale of the United States was very bad because the United States was getting run over by Japan and over the Atlantic. Germany was run over Europe there. They found a man by the name of Jimmy Doolittle. He was an aircraft colonel. At that time, he was Army Air Corps. Now it's Air Force there, it's separated, but at that time it was Army Air Corps. He devised a plan that they would attack, they would have 16 bombers on the USS Hornet, not the one in Alameda now. USS Hornet there, be on that aircraft carrier, take off, and think about an aircraft carrier about 800, 900 feet long at the most, to take off with a bomber. Now you see these big long airfields that you have, you need all kinds of room there. They were trained, they were practiced there on how to take off at really short distance there. But they were detected early. They were detected early because the plans were that they would get close to Japan, bomb Japan, continue on to China there where fields are prepared for them. They were detected early, so as a result there, only a few of the planes even got close to land. Most of them run out of gas there, and they didn't do much damage. But they did two things. They helped the morale of the United States there. We were fighting back there. We were fighting back. We were doing something. Plus, Japan saw that maybe they weren't as safe as they would be, so they pulled a lot of their planes, a lot of their ships, a lot of their men back to the mainland, which made it a lot easier anyhow, and we start taking back a lot of the islands itself. The turning point of the war was the Battle of Midway. That was really the Battle of Midway, where things were, up to that time, things were very unsure whether we're going to do anything or not there. At that time, a lot of the Japanese aircraft carriers, in fact, 4 out of the 6 aircraft carriers that were attacked at Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1940, were sunk in the Battle of Midway. A lot of their good pilots were lost there. Well, my ship was in all kinds of invasions in the Pacific there. And one thing, we got to the Philippines, the Japanese were getting desperate. They started something called the kamikazes. The plane pilots were trained to take off, don't worry too much about landing, because they were going to die for the emperor, but that's what they had there. The Lady Gulf era was the first invasion in the Philippines. My job at that time was steering the ship. I'm steering this 33,000-ton battleship, which I thought was pretty good for a farm boy. Never even saw anything bigger than a ferry boat up close until I joined the Navy there. I'm steering this 33,000-ton battleship. A Japanese kamikaze plane hit a destroyer way over there. I'm steering the ship this way. The kamikaze plane hit this destroyer, the Abner Reed. They're all battle stationed. It set off their torpedoes. Now we got the word there. Torpedo coming from that destroyer. The captain says, hard right rudder, steer for that torpedo, give it as small a target as possible. Now, the ship doesn't turn like a car. A car goes right around the corner. The ship kind of goes around this way. I'm looking to see the weight coming from that torpedo. I got a hand on the bar over here. I got a hand on the control of the rudder. Hold on, here comes the torpedo. It went right underneath us. Evidently, when the torpedo went off, the ship was tilted enough. It went a little bit deeper than normal would be. Otherwise, we'd been torpedoed by one of our own ship's torpedoes there. And that kind of gives you a thrill. There's no place to run there. But that was really something. After the Philippines, our guns would not shoot straight. Next invasion was going to be Iwo Jima and Okinawa. They sent us back to the States, get new guns, so we'd be ready for the invasion in Japan in October and November of 1945. We got new guns at Bethlehem Steel in San Francisco and started back here. By that time, Iwo Jima and Okinawa were already secured. The ships were getting together at Okinawa itself. On our way back to Okinawa, something happened August 6th, 1945. They dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima. 3 days later, August 9th, they dropped an atomic bomb on Nagasaki. 3 days later, August 12th, we got into Okinawa. 8:30 that night, the Japanese plane came in with its lights on. Nobody fired a shot at it. Aimed its torpedo at the closest big ship it saw. It was a battleship Pennsylvania, my ship. Torpedo hit the living compartment of the quartermasters, and everything went up. And I had 26 quartermasters. I lost 20 of them that night. The next morning, the Japanese asked for peace. They towed us in a shallow ground there, and we was able to stay afloat. In the meantime, they signed a peace treaty in Tokyo Bay. Now, they already saw what damage there that the atomic bomb would have on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now they wanted to find out what damage it have on ships. Now, our ship was already damaged there. We're still afloat. We had that one hit, but we patched up enough. We had a skeleton crew and was able to go out to Bikini Atoll. We're going to have the atomic bomb test there. They put us in the atoll itself, took us off in another ship, about 10 miles away. They said, make sure your back's to the atomic bomb test. The first test was going to be in the air. And make sure you close your eyes, put your hand over your eyes. I still saw the flash. Now they want to find out what damage it have on animals. Now I'm a farm boy, so they put me in charge of the goats, mice, pigs, and sheep. Put them throughout the ship. This we could watch. Now it could sound like you've seen the tsunami, the wall of water coming. That's what they look like here. Now I had to go back on the ship to show them where I put all the animals. They said, throw away your clothes and take a good shower. Must not affect me too much because I got 13 grandchildren, 18 great-grandchildren, 8 great-great-grandchildren. I've been in Japan many times there. 2 different times they chased me down the street there. I left my wallet in the store. I got my wallet back and my money. In this country, maybe you get your wallet back, but I don't think you get your money there. I found out they're honest people. They were enemies once. Now they're good friends there. And they said, how can you even associate with the Japanese airport? And I said, to me, it's like a game. Your enemy's on the field there, maybe go out to supper together there. You can't change what happened. And my wife even drives a Japanese car. They said, you shouldn't do that. I said, well, you're not going to change what happened there. But anymore, it seemed like everything's politically correct with this election and all there. I get tired of listening to this. This party suggests this, the party's against it. I'm all for whatever you want to do, I don't care what party they are. My wife is a Republican there, I'm a Democrat, so what? We haven't voted for every party. We vote for who we want. We don't care what party they are. For better, for worse, it's the best country it is. If they don't like this country, I'll help them move to another. Thank you very much.